And we are back, of course. Now we have to continue working on the horse. The other thing I like to do is this very thick belt in here. So how to do it? So belts and stuff like this is pretty easy to do. And also those things we will do it the same way. We will just mask the area where the belt is, like this. We are trying this mask to be the same width all over, but it's not the end of the world if it's not. It's not, it's not mandatory to be the same width as this. We will make it later. First, we'll go to extract, here in the bottom of the subtool menu, extract. And we will extract, just press extract. Let's press it from here. It's a little bit thick. So I will decrease the thickness a little bit of this extract. And just extract again. Ooh, it's too big. So I will decrease it. Extract. Now it's okay. Accept. So when you accept it, it makes, as you see, another subtool. Where is it? It's around the area where is the horse. Yeah, here. And now we do just a few very quick things. And we start to do it. So we will do this. What we will do here. We'll do it with all the things. We'll do the armors this way, we'll do his belt, we'll do the gloves, we'll do all those things here, the leather straps on the horse, and we also will do this armor with this technique. So be careful, of course I will repeat it, but let's see now. First, Control-Shift-Click to isolate just the top polygroup, then del hidden, then del hidden is very important, then we go to ZeroMesher and dial the target polygon count to 0.1, which is the lowest. So just dial it down and then ZeroMesher. We wait a little bit, depending on how much polygons is this, and we have this. Let's see. It's not a good polygons here. So what I'll do is ZeroMesh again, and ZeroMesh again, and ZeroMesh again, and a few times I will ZeroMesh until we get this and nothing changes. So this now has very nice polygon count. It's not polygon count, but polygon distribution is pretty nice in this one. So yeah, and the force is strong in this one also. So yeah, we have to be careful. By the way, when I make some jokes and some other things in the video, after 1 or 2 months I don't remember them. Maybe after 2 days I don't remember them. So when you are kind of mentioning some of the jokes in the comments or in the Q&A sections, if you kind of like them or don't like them, it's possible always, of course. Yeah, you cannot be. Just mention the joke itself, not just your response to the joke, because it will be difficult for me to remember what I have said, since I'm doing these courses. I'm doing courses also for live courses in an academy here in Bulgaria, and I'm doing whatever. I'm also working, and there are a lot of things on my head. I mean, yeah. Let's see what's happening. Okay, this is kind of good, but we'll make it a bit curvy. So you see, it's just a little bit of an S curve in here. So let's try to do it as an S curve. S. Okay, I will push this inward, since above this belt there is no cover. This cover, if we say this is a cover, but let's say it's a cover because it's easier, above it there is no belt. So we have to be aware of that thing. And also some of those parts of the cover here, their holes are not visible, so that's also a thing. So we'll just make sure this is a little bit on here like this, and I think this should be a little bit thicker. So how to make it thicker? I will go with my pivot here by clicking Alt. When I go with W, I go to this gizmo or pivot, and I click W, where I click with Alt. Wherever I click with Alt, it will go there. Okay, and then I will straighten it up with Alt, and then move it a little bit, like rotate it with Alt, just to position it. With Alt we position our pivot, and now we can just increase the thickness of this belt. You see, yeah, this is a little bit of a, you know, strange method of doing things, but, and of course it requires us after that to kind of do a little bit of manual work, but it's doing most of the work for us, and then we're doing a little bit of manual work after that, which is, I think, completely normal and great. It's fine. It's also fine. So this is the belt. It's kind of nice. It's not the best, but let's leave it like this. So the cover is kind of ready, just the base of the cover is ready. It's not, the cover itself is not ready, because we have to make the thickness, we have to make some borders of it. We have some things to do on the cover, but first we have to make sure the cover is exactly where we want it to be, exactly how we want it to be, a little bit on like this. And whoever managed to make this cover to look at least like mine, probably some of you will make it even better, because you will probably spend a little bit more time and more effort than me, which is absolutely necessary, because you see, I'm doing courses here. I'm doing this course, and it has to not be super long, because otherwise it will get boring. So I'm trying to be quick or be dead. No. Now I will, by the way, go to bridge with, I will try to bridge some areas in here. I think this could be nice. And this area now here is below the butt of our dragon, so it's not necessary to bridge it that much. We could leave it like this. And this will be it for now. I like to put the things where they should be, and then to continue working on them a little bit later. But first I like to see everything in position. So now let's make something else. Let's make those things here on the mouth of the horse. By the way, I'm not sure exactly yet about the form of the shape of the horse's head. So let's work on that a little bit, because you know, if we make those straps or belts before we finish the head, it will prove a little bit difficult to make it after that. I mean, we have to finish it before we make the belt. You know, it's normal to first know your size, the size of your waist, before you buy clothes. Because if you buy some clothes and then you have to lose weight, or you have to gain weight, it will be difficult for these clothes to kind of be comfortable. So first we need to make sure we will not add too much weight, or you know, got some out. We have to be sure that the weight is consistent. So the form and the shape of the head of our horse is kind of final. And it's kind of final, but it should be more than kind of final. It has to be final. Like the size of it, I'm still thinking it's a little bit small, the head, but yeah, it's nothing too much. What I want to do is those things here, those kind of creases here on the neck, just like this. Just with the down standard brush I will dig it, and then with the standard brush I will add a little bit, and then I will add a little bit with the down standard again, until I have kind of this. And then with the down standard brush I will add, with the standard brush I will pinch it a little bit until we have something like this. And I will add more, and it has to be subtle, but I like it to be there, because in the concept it looks like it's like this, and you know, here there are some creases, some folds of the skin, and it looks interesting. yeah, from this point of view, from the front, I will have to do a little bit more, because our horse from the front looks odd. He doesn't look like from here. He looks determined. From here, he looks stupid. But it's like that. I mean, you can see it too, probably. He looks a little bit stupid. Maybe the head should be bigger. The neck should be bigger, since this is a strong horse with big neck. The ears. Let me see the ears of a real horse. Sometimes we just have to go and take inspiration from the real horse. Alright, so the ears of the real horse are straighter in the middle. Between the ears it's more straight, and then they curve here. So I kind of did them this way. More straight line in the middle, and then curving away. And I think this is kind of okay. They're looking pretty good. Yeah, our horse is nice. I mean, I don't hate it. I don't like it. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. It could be better, but it could be far worse. And so I think it's fine. But never like your things too much. You can say at some point, okay, I don't want to do this anymore because it's not fun. Of course, sometimes you have to do it a little bit more, even if it's not fun. But at some point you will say, okay, it's not, I'm not feeling good continuing with this. I don't want to do this anymore. Oh, it's okay. You can stop. But most of the time, you should continue. Or you should rest. Take a little rest. Do just a little head. Just go and go to your star. Just append a sphere. And just press F. Press X to have symmetry. And then just do a random head. This is the neck. This is the chin. Just do it for... this is the ears. See, I always make the ears a little bit more on the side, so I can kind of shape them, and then, yeah. But it's very easy to start something new, fresh, just to clear your mind, and then go back to the thing that you have to do. Because this is just for practice. I'm doing a head just for practice, just to see what happens. I can dynamesh it, and I can try to, for example, go like this, and here. I'm trying to be pretty fast here, and probably it will do. Yeah, it will be a cartoon. Let's try to do a cartoon head. It's more fun, just with the broken nose, and with the mouth. Yeah, the ears are pretty important. Many people are neglecting them. Many people are sending me heads and say, what is wrong with my head? And the ears are just awful. Just he has spent like 2 minutes on these ears, and then he's sending the head. Don't do this. Spend more time on everything, on the nose, on the ears. Before asking, just spend time. Just try. And when I see you have tried, I will say, okay, this guy obviously wants to do this, and he has spent the time required. And yeah, it's kind of more respectful to first try a little bit, and then, because spending just 2 or 3 hours on a head, and at the end it looks like this, for example, yeah, you just don't have the experience yet. I understand that, but spend more. Yeah, I probably have told you already, but I have a guy, I have a friend who is a super good artist, and when I asked him how much time did you spend on an art, and he just told me however time is necessary. I mean, he doesn't say, okay, I spent 10 hours on this work or 20 hours and it's ready. No, it is ready when it's ready. when you feel like it's ready to be shown, when you feel like it's good enough. And since we are kind of old artists and have experience, we know that it's almost never ready to be shown, but at some point it's kind of good enough to present our artwork. And we just put it. I will delete this star, by the way, because it's going bad. So yeah, just do this, just have fun. Don't be alarmed, don't just do some studies. Of course, it's difficult to make studies of the head, for example, if you didn't make any heads before. Of course, in the beginning it's always difficult, everything, but with practice you will get more and more fun out of it. It will be much more fun. So yeah, this is a little bit of something that I just like to do sometimes. Just when I had enough of this sculpt, I have put like few hours today, I like to do something else just for fun, just for a while. Just another head or body or whatever, but heads are, for me, are pretty easy. To make just a regular, normal head, it's not very difficult. So, for me, at least. For many people it's pretty difficult. But since I have a lot of experience, and by the way, in my course, Superhuman Anatomy course, I pay a big attention, or a lot of attention, to the skull and head anatomy also. So it's not only about anatomy, it's skull and head, and I think it's good. People are kind of accepting this course pretty well. It has pretty good reviews. So I think I did a decent job there. Yeah. And this is it. I mean, for a few minutes it's like this, but whatever. Let's see here. What do we have here? Oh, this is something else. Yeah, doing some stuff, you know, sometimes. This is for a guy that he told me he want a cartoon, you know, stylized girl for some project. I'm not sure what. And I sent it to him like yesterday, I think. He didn't answer yet. He hasn't answered yet. So probably he doesn't want it. But whatever, it's fine. I'm making kind of a like something like a cheekbone in here. It will make it look a bit more human, but I don't want to make it too pronounced, this cheekbone. I just want it to be there, to have it. Why? You will ask why, probably. You see this kind of line in here, just in front of the eye down. This line we should make, and then smooth. And yeah, it will be nice. But now I think it's looking a little bit better, but I'm not sure. Whatever. Let's make few of those straps. So first, mask here. By the way, make sure you don't have any other masks. Now we have. So I will kind of get rid of all the masks. And then let's mask it here. But it could be a little bit more closer to the eyes. More closer. Very nice. And I will make all the way down. I will make it all the way down like this. Why are we making all the way down? It's cut in here. I will cut it later. It's easier to cut it later. Now I do this, and then I will do this here through the back of the head. This is thicker, and then we will have something that goes through here also, and this thing we will do separately. But now we have almost all of them. Let's go to extract, accept, Control Shift click, del hidden, and then zero measure. Wait for it, then zero measure again. And alright, I don't like it too much. I will delete this. I will delete this and this and this. Okay, now I will del hidden ZRemesher. Okay, and then when my polygons are not very well positioned, I like to go ahead and make this squarish at the end, this to make it more kind of a straight in here, because if you leave it like this, the geometry will never change, it will never be good. So we wait for a little bit now, and we continue. It's great, this is fine, this is fine. Let's try now, ZRemesher. Yeah, now it's fine. Here I don't like it, ZRemesher. Alright. And I think we are kinda done with this. Of course, for example, this front thing should be thinner. So what I'll do is go to ZModeler brush. I will delete polyloop. So I will delete all this polyloop. I'll just click. But make sure you click where your orange line is not down, because you will delete this loop, where it's pointing across the loop, this orange line. You see this orange line, how it's moving. So now we'll delete this loop, but we want this loop to be deleted, so I will delete it. This is looking fine. Of course, we need to go ahead and manually fix it, manually make sure it's straight enough, it's nice. And that's it basically. We have this already. And we can just always make this bigger, put more loops if you want. This also, we can make it bigger, we can make it go closer to the surface of the skin with just the move brush. No issues here. And this here in the back also we can kind of move, put in position, whatever. Here in the back, it's not connected, which is not a big deal because we can always connect it. So for the purpose of this, I will not ZRemesh anymore. So what I will do is I will go to ZModeler brush, alt click on this while I'm on insert single edge loop. I will alt click to delete edge loop, and now I will go to bridge edges and I will bridge those. And when I bridge those, I will insert again few edge loops here. Maybe we should mirror and weld first. Mirror and weld is a good thing. We should always do it, and then we can insert edge loops and it will be fine. If you don't mirror and weld, if you don't have a middle line, it's difficult for ZBrush to kind of see what are you doing with your symmetry. And so yeah, it's better to have a middle line. A middle line you can have by mirror and weld. You probably don't know what I'm talking about, right? I know it's sometimes a little bit, difficult. But since you are intermediate ZBrush users, probably you will get it at some point. I believe in you. Yes, I do. So, let's see. We have this. So, basic things we are having. We have this, and the horse is almost ready as the simple things are there. Then we'll do the simple things for the dragon, maybe for the helmet also, and then we will start to refine them, and then we will make a poly paint and stuff like this, and at some point our dragon will come into life. It will be much better than now. Now it's looking kind of meh, but it will start to do it. So bye for now. We'll see you in the next video where we will start probably these things and his belt too.